Hi friends, my name is Milan Dolaria. In this video, we solve question paper of unit test 2. Okay, so here standard 8 subject mathematics, total marks 25. Okay, total 25 MCQs are there. So now let's start it. So first of all, our question number 1. Circle is a. Now option is convex polygon, concave polygon, open curve and closed curve. Polygons only made up of by joining the line segments, right? In polygon we have only line segments, but here in circle we have curve shape. So this is not a convex polygon, not a concave polygon. Now, if we think about the circle, then starting point and ending point both are same. That means it is a closed curve. Okay, in open curve, starting and ending point are different, right? So here circle is one closed curve. That's why our answer is option D, closed curve. Okay. After that, question number 2. The formula to find the sum of all interior angles of an n-sided polygon is. The formula to find the sum of all interior angles of an n-sided polygon is. So here formula is n minus 2 multiply 180 degree. We already proved this formula in exercise 3.1, I think question number 4. Okay, and we already written this formula in theory part 1. Okay, so this is the formula for sum of all the interior angles of an n-sided polygon. It is n minus 2 multiply 180 degree. Okay, so this is the formula. After that, question number 3. The measure of each exterior angle of a 10-sided regular polygon is. The measure of each exterior angle of a 10-sided regular polygon is. So here we need to find the exterior angle, okay, of 10-sided regular polygon. Now, what is the formula for exterior angle? Okay, we know that sum of all the exterior angles is equals to 360 degree, right, for any type of polygon. Okay, sum of all the exterior angles, it is fixed, it is 360 degree, right, and sum of all the exterior angle is equals to 360. Now sum of all the exterior angle, if it is a regular polygon, then measure of each exterior angle is same, right? Regular polygon means what? Okay, regular polygon means what? All the sides are same, all the angles are same, right? Regular polygon means what? All the sides and all the angles are same. So here all the exterior angles are same. So sum of all the exterior angle is equals to number of sides multiply measure of each exterior angle. Measures of each exterior angle is equals to 360 degree, right? Because if we have 5 angles and each of it have the measurement 60 degree, so total sum is equals to 300, right? Directly by multiplication we can find the answer. Okay, if all the measurements are same, so directly by using the multiplication we can find the answer of the addition. Okay, so here we can use the same thing here. So we have one formula for finding out the exterior angle is equals to 360 divided by n. Each exterior angle is equals to 360 divided by n. N means what? Number of sides. Okay, because whatever number of sides is that same number of angles we have. Okay, in 10-sided polygon we have total 10 angles. In 5-sided polygon we have total 5 angles. So number of sides and number of angles are same. So here if we want to find each exterior angles, So the formula is 360 divided by n. So now 360 degree divided by n. Now number of sides we have 10 here. So divide by 10. So 110 cancel. So answer is 36. Okay, so answer of each exterior angle is equal to 36. So here our answer is option C, 36 degree. Okay. After that, question number 4. The measure of an interior angle of a quadrilateral is 70. The measure of an interior angle of a quadrilateral is 70 degree. Then the measure of its exterior angle is. So here interior angle is given to you. We need to find the exterior angle. And we know that one thing, interior angle plus exterior angle is equals to 180 degree, because interior angle and exterior angle are linear pair of angles. Okay, if we think about the angles, this is interior angle, so this is exterior angle, and if we join this, it forms one line. That means interior angle and exterior angle both are linear pair of angles. Okay, so how can we find the exterior angle? If we want to find the exterior angle, then formula is 180 degree minus interior angle. 180 minus interior angle. So 180 minus interior angle 70. So 180 minus 70. 180 minus 70, it's a 110. So our answer of exterior angle is 110 degree. So here our answer is option C. Okay, 110 degree. After that, question number 5. The measure of each exterior angle of a 15-sided regular polygon is. Here even regular polygon is given to you. Total number of side is 15, and we need to find the measure of each exterior angle. So this is similar type question as we have in question number 3, right? And we already know the formula for finding out the exterior angle is equals to 360 degree divided by n. Right? What is the formula we use there? 360 divided by n, where n is equals to number of sides. So 360 divided by number of sides 15. So now 360 divided by 15. Okay. 15 to the 30. Remainder 6 and 0 comes here. So 60. So 15 4s are 60. So our answer is 24. So 24 degree. Okay, measure of each exterior angle is equals to 24 degree. So our answer is option A, 24 degree. Okay. After that, question number 6. The number of sides of a regular polygon where each exterior angle has a measure of 40 degree is. Here we need to find the number of sides. Exterior angle is given to you, and here even we have regular polygon. Okay, here we know the exterior angle, we need to find the number of sides. Okay, so here exterior angle is equals to 360 divided by number of sides n. If you want to find this n, so transfer this n here and transfer this exterior angle here. So what is the formula? Number of sides n is equals to 360 degree divided by exterior angle. Okay, so 360. Now put the value of exterior angle. Now exterior angle is 40. So 360 divided by 40. So 0 cut. 4 9s are 36. So here we get the answer 9. So number of sides is equals to 9. Okay. What is the formula of number of sides? N is equals to 360 divided by exterior angle. Here we know that exterior angle is 40. So here 40. 0 cut. 4 9s are 36. So here our answer is 9. So n is equals to 9. Okay, number of sides is equals to 9. So option C is correct. After that, question number 7. In parallelogram, PQRS. In parallelogram, PQRS, angle P is equals to A minus B and angle S is equals to A plus B, then A is equals to, okay, one parallelogram PQRS we have here. Now if you know the property of parallelogram, then sum of adjacent angle is equals to 180 degree. Sum of adjacent angles is equals to 180 degree. So same property we can use here for angle P and angle S. So angle P plus angle S is equals to 180 degree. Okay, angle P plus angle S is equals to 180 degree. Now put the value here, A minus B plus angle S, it is A plus B, is equals to 180 degree. So minus B plus B cancel and A plus A, it becomes 2A. Okay, A plus A, 2A is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so 2A is equals to 180 degree. Now transfer this 2 to the right hand side, it goes to denominator because right now it is in multiplication with A. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. So 180 divided by 2. So your A is equals to 90 degree. Okay, value of A, it is 90 degree. So here our answer is option C, 90 degree. Okay. After that, question number 8. In quadrilateral ABCD, angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C is equals to angle D is equals to P. Then P by 9 is equals to. Now we know that in square all the angles are same, right? In square all the angles are same, and if all the angles are same, then definitely they are of 90 degree, right? If all the four angles are same, then all the four angles are is equals to 90 degree, right? See here all the angles is equals to P, so P is equals to 90 degree. Okay, all the angles, measurement of all the angles is equals to P and all the angles are same, so all the angles are of 90 degree. So your answer of P is equals to 90 degree, but here we need to find P by 9. Okay, and now put the value here P, so 90 by 9, 10. Okay, here our answer is 10 because all the angles are same, so all the angles are of 90 degree. So your answer of P is equals to 90 degree, and P by 9, that means 90 by 9, 10. So here our answer is option D, 10. Okay. After that, question number 9. The measure of diagonals of a then blank is equal. That means in which of this following quadrilateral diagonals are equal? Okay, in parallelogram diagonals bisect each other but not equal, right? So this is wrong option. In trapezium we cannot say anything about the diagonal. In rhombus all the four sides are same, okay, but diagonals are not equal. That's why this is wrong. Okay, then square, it is the property of square, both the diagonals are equal, right? This is the property of square and rectangle. In square and rectangle both the diagonals are equal, but here rectangle is not there in the option, right? So here our answer is square, option D. So option D is correct, square. After that, question number 10. If all the angles of a quadrilateral are equal, then the measure of each angle is. This is somehow similar type question with question number 8, right? If in quadrilateral all the angles are equal, if in the quadrilateral all the angles are equal, then the measurement of each angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, in square and rectangle all the angles are equal and all the angles are of 90 degree. Otherwise, you can assume angle is equal to x. So all the angles are same. So x plus x 4 times, and we know the addition. It is 360, right? So 4 times x, it is 4x. Transfer this 4 to the right hand side. It goes to the denominator. So 360 divided by 4, it is 90. In this way, even we can get the answer 90 degree. Okay, so here our answer is option A, 90 degree. Okay. After that, question number 11. General form of linear equation in one variable is. One variable, that means we want only one variable x. Okay. So one term it is which contain this variable x, and one constant term is equal to 0. This is the general form of linear equation in one variable, and linear equation, that means only exponent 1. Okay, so here ax plus b, this is the general form of linear equation, option A. Okay, here ax plus b is equal to 0. Here this is term which contain the x, and here one constant term. Okay, so ax plus b is equal to 0. This is the general form of linear equation in one variable. Okay, after that, question number 12. The mathematical expression of subtracting 1 from thrice x gives 5 is. First of all, read this statement carefully. Subtracting 1 from thrice x. So first of all, this thrice x, thrice means 3 times. So 3 times x, it is 3x. Okay, thrice x, that means 3 times x. Now subtracting 1 from, so we need to subtract from 1. So minus 1 gives, that means answer is equal to 5. Okay, thrice x, subtracting 1 from thrice x, so subtract 1 gives answer 5. So 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. So here our answer is option C. Okay, option C, 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. Okay, after that, question number 13. The value of x for 2 by 3x plus 3 is equal to 5 is. Question is 2 by 3x plus 3 is equal to 5, and from here we need to find the value of x. Okay, from here we need to find the value of x. So for that, first of all, transfer this 3 to the right hand side. Okay, transfer this plus 3 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 3. Okay, so 2 by 3x is equal to, here we have 5. If we transfer this plus 3 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 3. So 2 by 3x is equal to 5 minus 3, 2. Okay, 2 by 3x is equal to 2. 2 by 3x is equal to 2. Now transfer this 2 by 3 to the right hand side. Okay, here first of all we have 2. Now 3, it is in denominator. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the numerator. Okay, and this 2, it is in numerator. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. Okay, so here 2 cancel. Our answer is 3. X is equal to 3. This is the final answer. Okay, so here option C is correct, 3. After that, question number 14. The side of a regular pentagon is how many centers if its perimeter is x by 5 centimeters? So first of all, assume, sorry, write this randomly. Here a perimeter is given to you. Okay, perimeter means what? Sum of all the sides, right? Perimeter P, that means what? Sum of all the sides, and here it is given that regular polygon. Okay, regular polygon. Now pentagon. So regular pentagon means what? Regular means what? All the sides are same, right? All the sides are same. So here assume the side of a pentagon is y. Assume that side is equals to 5. Now in pentagon, how many sides we have? 5 sides, right? So 5 times y plus y plus y plus y plus y. Total 5 sides are there and all the sides are same. So y plus y plus y plus y plus y. Now we know the answer of perimeter. It is x by 5. Right? X by 5. And here 5 times y, so it is 5y. And here we need to find the answer of side. That means we need to find the answer of y. If we want to find the answer of y, transfer this 5 to the left hand side. It goes to the denominator because right now it is in multiplication. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. So here 5 multiply 5 is equals to y. So y is equals to x divided by 5 5s are 25. So here our answer is x by 25. Okay, answer is option B, x by 25. Again, perimeter of pentagon, it is 5 multiply side. Okay, directly we can generate the formula because all the sides are same. So instead of find out the sum of all the sides, directly we can set it 5 multiply side, because in pentagon how many sides we have? 5. So 5 times side. Okay, this is the perimeter, and here our answer is x by 5, right? Perimeter we know that x by 5, 5 multiply side. If we want to find this side, transfer this 5 to the left hand side, it goes to the denominator. So 5 multiply 5, it is x by 25. This is the final answer. Okay, so here our answer is option B, x by 25. Okay. After that, question number 15. Perimeter of a square and an equiangular triangle is same if side of a triangle is x by 3 centimeters, then side of a square is how many centimeters? Here perimeter of square and equiangular triangle is same. So what is the perimeter of square? What is the perimeter of square? It is 4 multiply side, right? This is for square is equals to perimeter of equiangular triangle. Equiangular, that means equilateral. Okay, if all the angles are same, then all the sides are same. So equiangular, that means equilateral triangle. Okay, so perimeter of square, it is 4 multiply side, and perimeter of equiangular triangle, it is 3 multiply side. Right? In equilateral triangle, all the sides are same. Total 3 sides are there. So 3 multiply side. Okay. Now we know that side of triangle, and we need to find the side of square. Okay, so again 4 multiply side as it is, because this is the side of square. Now 3 multiply. Now we know the answer of side of triangle. We know the answer of side of triangle, it is x by 3. So from here we need to find the side. So this 3 cancel. Transfer this 4 to the right hand side. Right now it is in multiplication. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. First of all, in numerator we have x divided by 4. This 4 goes to the denominator. So answer of side of square is equals to x by 4. Okay, so here our answer is option B, x by 4. Okay, perimeter of square 4 multiply side, and perimeter of equiangular, that means equilateral triangle, it is 3 multiply side, because all the side are same. Okay, if you want to find this side, so here first of all this side we know that x by 3, 3 cancel, transfer this 4 to the right hand side, it becomes x by 4. So here our answer is option B, x by 4. Okay, after that question number 16. A greater number exceeds the smaller number by 3. Fourth multiple of smaller number and the third multiple of greater number is same. The greater number is. Here greater number is depend on the smaller number, because greater number exceeds the smaller number by 3. Right? So smaller number we can assume x. and greater number, assume smaller number is equal to x. So greater number, it exceed that means more than 3, right? So x plus 3, exceed smaller number, that means x plus 3. Okay, now fourth multiple of small number, so 4 multiply x, 4 multiply small number x, and third multiple of greater number, so third 3 multiply x plus 3, both are same, that means equal. Okay, fourth multiple that means multiply we need to do here. Okay, so 4 multiply small number 4x, and third multiple, so 3 multiply greater number x plus 3, both are equal, so equality sign. Now 4x is equals to 3 multiply x, 3x, and 3 multiply 3, 9. We need to open this bracket. Now transfer this 3x to the left hand side. So 4x minus 3x is equals to 9. And 4x minus 3x, x, so x is equals to 9. Okay, so here we know the answer of x is equals to 9. But remember one thing, we need to find the greater number. Okay, greater number is x plus 3. Now put the value of x here. So x plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12. So our answer is 12. Okay, we get the answer x is equal to 3, but greater number, it is x plus 3. Sorry, here we get the answer 9, right? So 9 plus 3, 12. 12 is our answer, option A. Okay. After that, question number 17. A Tom is 3 years older than Cherry. 6 years ago, Tom's age was 4 times the Cherry's age. Present age of Tom is. Here, Tom's age is depend on Cherry's age. So first of all, assume age of Cherry is equals to x years. So age of Tom. Now read this line. 3 years older. Older, that means bigger. Okay, so x plus 3. 3 years older, that means more than 3. Okay, so x plus 3. Cherry's age x and Tom's age x plus 3. Now 6 years ago, so we need to subtract 6 from both this age. Okay, 6 years ago, Tom's age. 6 years ago Tom's age, so Tom's age x plus 3, 6 years ago minus 6 was, that means equal 4 times Cherry's age, so 4 multiply Cherry's age, but before 6 years x minus 6. Okay, we need to read this line and we need to write this statement. Okay, 6 years ago Tom's age, so x plus 3 minus 6, Tom's age x plus 3, 6 years ago minus 6 is equal to, was, that means equal with the 4 times, so 4 multiply Cherry's age, 6 years ago Cherry's age x minus 6. Okay, and here we have two terms, so we need to use the bracket. So here x plus minus minus 6 minus 3, 3. Big number 6 have negative sign, so negative sign. And here 4 multiply x, 4x, and 4 multiply 6, 24. So x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 24. Okay, Tom's age x plus 3 minus 6, 4 times Cherry's age x minus 6. Okay, plus minus minus 6 minus 3, 3. Big number 6 have negative sign, so negative sign. And here 4x and 4 multiply 6, 24. Now transfer this x to the right hand side and 24 to the left hand side. So if we transfer this 24 to the left hand side, it becomes plus 24, and here we have minus 3 is equals to 4x, and if we transfer this x to the right hand side, it becomes minus. Now 24 minus 3, 21, and 4x minus x, 3x, right? 4x minus 1x, 3x. Now transfer this 3 to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. Okay, so 3 sevens are, so x is equals to 7. Okay, x is equals to 7. But one more thing, x is equals to 7, but here we need to find the Tom's age, and we initially assume Tom's age is x plus 3. So put the value here, 7 plus 3, answer is 10 years. Okay, so an age of Tom, 10 years. After that, question number 18. Minus 3, 4 by 5 is, this is mixed fraction, right? If we convert into the improper fraction, so 5 3s are 15 plus this numerator 4 divided by 5, and before that negative sign. So 15 plus 4, 19 by 5. Okay, this is not a whole number, not a natural number, not an integer number, right? But this is a rational number. Okay, minus 19 by 5. If we convert into improper fraction, so 5 3s are 15 plus 4 19, 19 by 5. This is not a whole number, not a natural number, not an integer number. This is rational number. So option D. Now reciprocal of opposite of 2.3 is, now put 2.3 means what? 23 divided by 10. If we remove the decimal point, so after decimal point we have one digit, so here we need to put 10. Okay, so 23 by 10. Now we need to take reciprocal. Reciprocal means what? We need to change the numerator and denominator. Okay, so 23 by 10, it becomes 10 by 23. And reciprocal of opposite, opposite means what? We need to change the sign. So here plus sign is there, so we need to put minus sign. So answer is minus 10 by 23. Okay, again 2.3, it means 23 by 10. Reciprocal, that means we need to change the numerator denominator. Opposite, that means we need to put opposite sign. So minus 10 by 23. This is the answer of our question. So option C is right. Okay, similar type of question we have number 20, opposite of reciprocal of 2 by 11. Now reciprocal of 2 by 11, it is 11 by 2, and opposite, so negative sign. So minus 11 by 2, option D, this is the correct answer. Okay, reciprocal and opposite, both the things we need to do. So 2 by 11, reciprocal is 11 by 2, and opposite, that means opposite sign. So minus 11 by 2, this is the correct answer. Okay, after that question number 21, 2 by 9 and are reciprocal of each other. That means we need to find the reciprocal. So reciprocal of 2 by 9, it is 9 by 2. We need to change the numerator and denominator. Here we do not need to change the sign, because here it is not written the opposite. Okay, only we need to take the reciprocal. So only we need to change the numerator and denominator. So here our answer is 9 by 2, option A. Okay, after that question number 22, 1 minus 3 by 4. 1 minus 3 by 4. So here we need to take the LCM. So multiply 4 and divide 4. So both the denominator becomes same. Now in numerator, 4 ones are 4 minus this 3 divided by 4, because denominator are same. 4 minus 3, 1 by 4. So 1 by 4, this is our answer, option number D. Okay, after that question number 23, reciprocal of 0.1 is, now 0.1 means what? 1 by 10, after decimal point 1 digit is there, so divide by 10, so 1 by 10, right? Now we need to find the reciprocal. So reciprocal of 1 by 10, it is 10 by 1, right? And 10 by 1, so we can write 10. So our answer is option B, 10. Okay, 0.1, that means 1 by 10, and reciprocal, it is 10 by 1, so it is 10. So answer is option B. After that question number 24, 0 divided by 5 by 6. If we have 0 in numerator, then answer is always 0. Okay, if we divide any number with the 0, our answer is 0. If in numerator 0 is present, then answer is 0. We do not need to do the division process. And at last, question number 25, reciprocal of minus 1 is, if you learn the theory, then we know that reciprocal of 1 and minus 1 are as it is. That means reciprocal of 1 is 1, and reciprocal of minus 1, it is minus 1. That means 1 and minus 1 have its own reciprocal. Okay, and minus 1, here nothing is present in denominator, so 1. Now reciprocal, if we want to change the numerator and denominator, so 1 by 1, and same sign we need to put here, because in reciprocal we do not need to change the sign, we just only need to change the numerator and denominator. Okay, so here minus 1 by 1, it becomes 1 by minus 1. Okay, so 1 by 1, it is 1 only, and plus minus minus, so again minus 1. So reciprocal of minus 1, it is minus 1 only, option C. Okay, so students, here our solution of unit test 2 is over. If you have any doubt, you can write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Okay, thank you.